Loops plays very important part, right? Plays important part. So in Java programming, we have two kinds of loops. For few classes we have two kind, and for then after that I will introduce you another kind of a loop. Okay, so there are two loops. One is called entry control loop, loop, and the other kind is exit control loop. Right. So entry control loop in Java are two. One is a for loop and another one is while loop. And the exit control loop is called do while loop. There's only one, do and while loop. Fine. So we have basically concentrated on for loop, right? Last. And today I'm going to teach you these two loops, while loop and do while loop. So while loop. So most simple loop, the syntax is like very simple. You just write while and you write down a test condition. Right? If the test condition is true, the body of the loop gets executed. Body of the loop gets executed. And it will continue like this. Fine. So here you need to provide the test conditions. Sometimes I say or exit condition. Fine. So sometimes if you sit in the interview for internship, they write everything and then they ask for internship interview. And then they ask, okay, what is the outcome of these two brackets? What they have asked? What is the outcome?
Yeah, outcome of those brackets.
Outcome of those brackets of the brackets, outcome of the, or you can say that what is the outcome of test condition? Simply. Condition. But they, to confuse the candidate, they always ask this thing, okay, what is the outcome of these two brackets, right? Or parentheses. So what will be the answer?
Looking into the outcome of the test condition itself, which would depends on what they show. They're basically asking for the output, right?
Outcome means basically what kind of result it will produce. This statement produce some result, right? So what is that result? So a result, there are two things in the result. It will be either true
or false.
That much is the answer. Either true or false.
So that means the while loop uses Boolean operators?
Yeah, the result is Boolean. The result is not Boolean operators. The result is Boolean. Fine. Okay, that result or outcome is a synonym. So the result is either true or false. Okay. Then another interesting thing they ask in internship. After getting means when I got my first internship, I have to give 24 interviews. 25th interview, I cracked it.
Hmm.
So
That's
I remember the pain in every interview.
and that was just for an internship. I can't imagine any jobs.
Yeah. You should apply for internship. Uh, so what will happen? Ke you may either be. So result is always Boolean. So maybe you pass or you maybe fail. So
Hmm.
So the thing is this key, you have faced the questions and that experience I'm sharing with you, what they used to ask, and I'm very weak student earlier. Then I worked. I enjoyed my failures, so I know things. So what happened came, they ask. So in the first interview, they may have asked me this thing: what's the outcome of test condition? I've written, I'm not able to answer. Then I have came back and I'm not selected, and then I have studied a bit, and then I know that it is either true or false. So the next company, I have another interview in the next company, and they asked me if I write while true, if I write while true, right? Will this execute or not? They have asked me. So, so what will be your answer?
While I'm not sure what to say for this.
Right. So same thing happens to me also, right? I'm not sure. When I came back, not selected, came back and um, this I tested this in my computer, and 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 true means कि I'm writing the result directly. I'm writing the outcome directly here, while true. So that means कि condition is true. That means condition is true forever, forever. This is equivalent to infinite loop, finite loop. Fine. So another failure of my life. Okay.
Mm.
So again in the next Sunday, I have another interview. so, so knowing these things after the interview, it's fun. So this is an infinite loop, right? So in the next interview, they have asked me while true is written, right? And and they have asked me how to exit this loop. How to
Exit the loop.
exit this loop. How to they have written here how to exit the loop. Then then um, then I've said key I have to use break statement. I know I'm feeling happy. Then I know the answer. I've said I have to use the break statement. So then they are saying that key if you are breaking the loop directly, then what's the use of writing the loop? Then again, this is another failure. So I cannot write break directly. So I have to put one exit condition here inside if exit condition, if exit condition, and then I can write break. then I can write down the break to break the loop, right? So this is another failure. I can't answer this. I just answered the break, right? But I felt it happy कि I have answered at least something this time. So in this way, it's going on. I have given 24 interviews and I failed in all of them. And in 25th interview, I cracked it because I've answered all the questions, whatever they have asked, written and oral both. So these are the things which I have learned from after giving interview. Uh, because before that, I don't know because I'm a college, studying in a college, and college teachers are hopeless. They come into the classroom and they read PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
It happens to your class also?
It happened in my previous class. In this class, the teacher makes notes, so it's not all that bad.
Okay.
But she could be a little bit better, but she's not that bad.
Okay. Fine. So it happens in most of the classes. The teachers comes and they read out the PowerPoint presentation in programming, which is horrible. Actually, I felt bored and not learning anything. And most of the people are very fond of those PowerPoint presentations. And the thing is ki you cannot do the cross questioning also. So that's another difficult part. Okay, if you are not doing the cross questioning, then it's going to be difficult to understand the topic. Fine. So you have to do the cross questioning also, but still, it's horrible. But anyhow, the failures are teaching me. They taught me a lot, my failures. So these are the failures which I've shown you. And I have learned, I've taught you for loop, no, in that way. So I've learned it from my failure. Okay.
Okay.
So while true and this is the situation, right? So I'm taking your last problem which you have written in the for loop, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm pasting this code here. So this
Right.
code is actually using the for loop, right? So
Right.
so what I'm
Wait,
doing,
this is the problem 14, right?
yeah, this is the problem 14, the co-prime problem where you need to find out the HCF, right?
Yeah.
So, so what I'm doing here, instead of for, what I will do, I replace this for with while, and I will write the condition part here, and this part I will take it at the end here. Fine. So it's looking very much similar, right? It's looking
Yes.
very much similar. All right. So let's see how to find out the HCF. So for example, in A, I took a value called 27, and in B, I took a value 72. Right. So how to find out the HCF?
You see all the factors that can get multiplied to make those numbers, like 1 times 27.
Okay. The code which I've given to you, right? This code is not doing that, right?
Instead, it checks checks for the remainder,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if the remainder is equal to 1, it's co-prime. If it's not, then it's not co-prime.
No, I'm talking about this much of code
No.
only. All right. I'm talking about this much of code. This much of code is trying to find out the HCF,
Mm.
right? But the process which you have told me, it's not doing that, right? Then how it is finding out the HCF, right? So the code which I've given to you, it's written maybe in this year. It's not written by me. Actually, it's written by uh, Acculid. So let me change this. Right. So it's written by Mr. Acculid. And yeah, it's written by Acculid, right? And he died in which year? He died in mid 4th century BC.
Mm.
Okay, so you can imagine uh, he has written most of the programs which we are writing on the computer. Fine.
Mm.
So this idea is given by him. Okay. This. Okay. Fine. So what he has written, I have written the same thing. Okay. Uh, equivalent algorithm to accurate algorithm for GCD. Right? GCD means HCF, right? So
Greatest common denominator, highest common factor. Yeah.
this is what I have used. All right. So the equivalent algorithm is a method for efficiently finding the greatest common divisor of two numbers. So the GCD of two integers x and y is the largest number that divides both of x and y without leaving a remainder. So when that occurs, they are the GCD of original two numbers, right? So so this is an algorithm which I have applied in my program. Let me take the let me show you the picture. Let me explain you mechanically instead of doing this. Let me explain you this mechanically instead of doing this.
Mm.
Uh, so so what Euclid has done? Okay, he has taken these two numbers, right?
Right.
And what he was doing this is the first step. So in this step, he is find a remainder, find a remainder. So what he is doing is that he is finding the remainder. So now you say, what will be my next step?
Your next step would be finding a.
I have to find remainder. So
Yeah. So
72
it should be
is
27.
yeah. So I have to multiply 72 with
1 or wait 0 to get the remainder because
right
20.
0. So 72 into 0 is 0 here, and I will get 27 as a remainder. So the value of C is here 27. Now the next step, what I am doing here, okay, A equal to B. That means A will become 72. And the next step is this one. So B equal to C. So
Will be 27.
so 27, right? So now I'll go back here. So the value of B is 27.
Is greater than 0.
Is greater than 0, right? So it will come inside. It will come inside again, right? So this condition is true. Okay. So it will be here. C is equal to A modulus of B. So the value of A is 72 and the value of B is 27. So let's put here 72 and 27. So it's 2 times because 3 times is 81. Okay, so 2
Yeah,
times
so
is
it's
54,
about 54,
and here we get
18.
18. So I got C as 18, right? And then I've written A equal to B, so this will become 27, and B equal to C, and so B will become 18. Fine. Then again
Yeah.
then again it will go back. So 18 is greater than 0. So it is
Mm.
true. So it will come down again. So C is equal to A modulus of B. So let me use this 18 and 27. So it is basically one time. So 18 and the answer is 9. So the C is 9 and C is 9. A equal to B. So here it's 18 and here it's 9. Fine.
Yeah.
Then again you go back here, 9 is greater than 0. So again you divide 18 modulus of 9. So let me use this space, 18 and 9. So 9 twos are 18. So and there is no remainder. So C is 0 and A equal to B, right? So this is 9. B equal to C. So B will become 0. So after this, you will go back to the loop. 0 is greater than 0. So in that case, 0 is greater than 0 is false. The result is false. Okay.
Yeah.
So the result is false. So what will happen? U comes at this point. Okay. So what is the value of A?
Is 0.
No,
Or wait, sorry, no, it's 9.
it's 9. So 9 is equal to 1. So condition is true or false?
It is false because it's not 1.
Yeah. So now when it is false, then the control will jumps from this point to
To
this
the
point to
else.
here, the else block. So it will print that they aren't co-prime. Fine.
Mm.
So you got the idea how while loop works,
Yeah, I got the idea.
right? So I suggest always to student for first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, try to use while loop, right?
Instead of
While
for loop.
instead of for loop. Fine. Because
Okay.
while loop will create a good foundation of thought process, right? In
Right.
programming, thought process is more important than syntax because syntax is automatically corrected by the help of computer, right? So whenever
Right.
you will get an error, so you can read the documentation, it may be syntactical error automatically rectified by the computer, but if you do logical mistakes, then that is not rectified by the computer. That should be rectified by you by doing this kind of experiments, right? So
Mm.
this experiment, this whatever I have done over here, right? This whole process is called dry run. This whole process is called dry run, right?
Okay.
Which you have to do with each of the program, right? It's means it's like playing football, right? So in football you need to practice a lot, right? Otherwise you will struggle in the match. Okay,
Mm.
you like football?
No, I mean, it's okay, I guess. I don't really like sports that much.
Okay, don't like sports?
Not that much.
Okay, then what do you like?
I like video games, actually.
Video games. Okay, so practice is also needed in video games also,
Yeah,
right?
I've made a couple. They're a little difficult when you're practicing making some stuff, even when following tutorials.
Mm-hmm. So this programming is also like playing a game. No. So here we have to do little things like there is a bit of English out there and there is a little bit of mathematics out there. and you need to enjoy with the numbers, how they are changing their states and all, right?
Right.
So that is what you need to enjoy over there. So what you have learned from your video games?
Is sometimes you gotta use your head, gotta strategize, or else you won't really make it that far.
Okay, fine. So uh, I used to play a game. I forgot the name, and I don't remember. It was long time back. It's basically I brought it. My dad brought it from China. Uh,
Mm.
a video game. It's a very small kind of a console, and it's a very cheap video game when I was kid. So I'm say 11 years old in that time. So I
Mm.
I don't play computer games because computers are in that time too expensive. So I'm not allowed to touch my dad's computer. So he he brought me one computer game. So I've learned very good thing from that game. So in that game, no, it's a written a statement which I remembers it now. Also, you've seen, I think, so this kind of a gaming console. It's like this. The gaming
Mm.
console, it's like this. It's a black and white thing, and most of the time you have car race kind of a thing over here. This is a console. This one is a
Mm.
console, and the controls are here. There are some controls like this, this, and this, and this. Sorry, this, and there is a button out here, right? And
Mm.
OK is written there, right? And these are the controls, basic controls, and there are a few controls over here, like that. So this kind of a video game, right?
Mm.
So it's a basically Chinese companies are manufacturing this kind of a video game, and he brought it for me, and I used to play. This best thing, one best thing I have got it from here. Okay, okay, if you're here, when the level is up, no, you have different levels of the game, right?
Yeah.
So level one, level two, level three, level four. So when I finish up the level, right? So they write a very, very nice message in that console. Say they have written here, your life, if your life just got harder. It's going out of the console. They write here, congratulations. Congratulations. You just leveled up. You just leveled up. So, so this line has helped me a lot in Minsky. These statement has helped me a lot. I don't know which person has written this, and but this is true, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That is true, actually.
That is true. So I remember this thing. It's there in the video game. I lost it. I don't know where it is now, but still I remember this thing because whenever I'm playing because I played a lot with this one. So whenever I'm playing it, whenever my level is changing, its next level is going to be very difficult, but still I'm playing through it. All right. So it's every time whenever my level got finished, the level is increased, and it always say this thing: if your life in your life, sorry, I've written if. I'm one mad. In your life, or maybe if your life just got harder, and then they are saying congratulations, just You just leveled up, means your level is high. Fine. That means as you are going higher levels, you have to struggle a lot, but you need to enjoy your struggle. So this video game has helped me a lot in my life also. So I enjoyed my struggle, I enjoyed my failures, and I then people see all my success only. And parents only see the failures. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing. Don't worry about those things. Just enjoy it. Enjoy your learning and all. Okay. So I think while loop is there in your head.
Yeah.
Okay. Chalo, next is do while loop. So next is and these loops are called entry control loop, right? Entry
Entry
control loop.
control loops.
Because what happens in the for loop, here the condition is there. Here the condition is there, right?
Right.
And it will the execution is like this: one, this is two, right? And if this condition is true, if this condition is true, then 3 will be here, 4 will be here, and so on, right? And then n minus 1th statement will be here. So nth statement is here, and then again the control comes back. Fine. So
Yeah.
this is how the for loop. So that means the condition is tested during entry point. Condition is tested during
Entry
entry
point.
point. This is
Entry
called
point.
entry point, right? So that is why it is called entry control loop. Understood? Why it is
Yeah.
called entry control loop? Because condition is tested at the entry point, right?
Right.
Got my point? Similarly, in the while loop also, while and then you have condition,
Mm.
right? And when this condition is true, when this condition is true, right? Then you can enter in the while loop like 1, 2, 3, and so on, going on the nth statement, right? Like this. And this is the entry point. This is the entry point, right? So condition
Right.
is tested at the entry point, right? So that is why this is called entry control loop. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
next thing is exit control loop, right? So this is called exit control loop. Exit. So right. Exit control loop. Control loop. Okay.
Mm.
So in exit control loop, what we have to do, we have to write here do, right? And then we write our statements here, right? Statements, right? We have statements and then this curly brace close and then while, then condition, right? And then we have to put a semicolon after this. Okay, so this completes the do while loop, right? So what happens if this condition is true, right, then it will again restart the statements, right? And it will come down like this. But when this condition is false, then what will happen? It will come to the next statement here.
Mm.
Statement, right? So
Right.
you can say that this point is basically exit point. This statement, this is the exit point. And when the condition is tested at the exit,
Exit.
right? Then
Mm-hmm.
then if it is true, then it will repeat the loop, and if it is false, then it will continue for the next statement, right? So
Mm.
that is why it is called exit control loop. Okay, I'll show you one example, very interesting example. say, for example, we have good friends like whenever you write your program, they came and they try to disturb, right? Say you have written a program like fashion, uh, you have written a program like test even or odd numbers, even, or you have written a program like it's a test number. Let me take a program like test number. Just a minute, let me close your package first. Close this package first and then let me open your package. Oh, there we are. Yeah. So, new class and first name will be test. No. Now you have written a message here. Okay. So let me do a very simple operation like this class actually divides two number. This class divides two numbers.
Okay.
Divide, right? So let me define two numbers here. Say integer n1 comma 2, and after division we get quotient and we get remainder. I'm writing a very simple program. System dot out dot slash f. Right. You written enter first number as positive integer, as positive
Integer.
and say n1 equal to sc dot next int, and then I'm copying this. I will change it. I'm writing here enter second as positive integer, and then I'm writing here quotient equal to n1 divided by n2, right? And the remainder is n1 modulus of n2. Now I'm writing here plus q plus q. And remainder remainder is plus. So I've written this code, and now what I'm doing here, I'm executing this code, right? It's very simple code, and I'm executing this code. Okay, and say I've written here 77, and the second positive integer is say 21, and it's giving me quotient 3 and remainder as 14. Fine, it's working very much fine, and I'm feeling happy about it. Then I've shown this program to one of my notorious friends, right? Then what they will do? They come and when they come and they execute this code, okay?
Okay.
And first, what they will do, they enter like 14 and say 3, and they got the quotient and remainder correctly. Okay. Now what they are trying to do, okay, let me try with negative numbers, right? So it's positive written, but they are entering negative number 4 and 25. So now again, this has got the quotient and the remainder. So you can see the remainder is negative. Fine. So this is going to give you some absurd results, which results are not required results. Fine. Results which is not required by the program, right? So how to control this notorious friends, right? So what you will do, okay, there is a solution out here, right? You apply do while loop, right? You have asked them to input the positive integer, so that means that your program will accept only positive integers. So you use do while loop here. Do, then after this you write here while. So here you write while. Here you will write if n is less than, and even the 0 is also not accepted. So less than equal to 0, right? And a semicolon. So the friends are not graceful. So I'm also not graceful to them. Then while n2 is less than equal to 0. So I've written this message. Now see, they came here and they are entering like this 14 and then -9. Okay, 14 -9. Now they're asking for second number as positive integer. Then again they thought yeah, let me enter any other number. Then again they thought let me enter any other number. Then they thought, okay, it's not accepting negative, let me put 0 here, right? So 0 is also not acceptable. So that means they have to input the correct value, right? So then now they have entered 3 here and they got the quotient and remainder. Fine. So your program code should perform properly. It needs the right kind of input, right? So from the user, whenever you are whatever the statement exposed to the user, right? So these statements are exposed to the user. Fine. Yeah. This statement is exposed to the user. So you need to force the user to insert right kind of value such that you can process the program correctly, right? So in that scenario, we use do while loop. Fine. Yeah. There is one thing about do while loop ke without testing a condition, it will execute the loop's body at least once, right? So what do while loop does ke without testing a condition. Fine.
Yeah.
Without, so without testing a condition.
Hmm.
Without testing condition. The the loop block the loop block will execute will execute at least once. Fine.
Hmm.
So that means there is no conditions here in do. So this statement will automatically gets executed one round, at least executed one round. After execution of one round, the condition is tested. So we can write here. Just a minute. So after execution after execution of the body,
Hmm.
condition is tested. Condition is tested. Okay.
Okay.
The condition is tested. Fine.
Yeah.
So this is the idea regarding exit control loop. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So this is a discussion about loops, and this is one of the important foundation of programming. Fine. Okay. So Uday, you know about switch case also?
Switch?
Switch case.
Maybe. I might need a little bit of reminding though, because I don't think
Okay.
I've
Okay.
used those
Okay.
in a
Okay.
while.
Right. Switch case. So switch case or select statement or select case statement. Right. I'll show you one small programming code and then you can easily understand. Right. Okay, let me paste this code there in the note because you might be in this. See.
Hmm.
So next thing is switch case or select case. So let me show you first syntax. Yeah, the syntax is like this: switch, and inside this you have a variable. All right, or value is also allowed here. So basically, depending upon this variable or value, the case will be selected. The case will be selected, case, and then value, and then colon, right? And this is the case block. This is the case block. And there may be multiple statements here, but last statement should be break in every case, right? Case, then we have a value, right? And we can write as many cases as per our requirement. So break, fine. And we continue to write like this. We can write multiple cases, right? So at the end, we have to write something called default, right? So default case means ki if none of the value is being selected, right? If none of the if none of the cases is being selected, then default will execute, right? And here we have a statement or default block or default block. Okay, and then we close the switch block. So a default block executes when all the case fails, when all the case fails. Fine, it is like that. So let me show you one example, a coding example, then you can understand in a proper way. So let me close this, control and switch. There.
done?
No. A little bit long.
Alright. Well, got a chance to
Are they finished downstairs?
Yeah.
My brother's impatient to watch the Clone Wars in this room because there's a TV here.
Okay. Oh, he is in which class? Hello. Code. And now if you execute this code, it will ask you to enter a day number. Say you have entered 4, so it will print Wednesday, right? Say I've entered, say here 2, so it will enter Monday. Fine. So now one of your friends came and he is trying to enter 10. What is 10? And the wrong input of day number, it will be 127, right? So default will execute when all your cases gets failed, right? So switch case is basically used in menu driven programs. Whenever you have to create menu, you have to use switch case. Fine. Let make fun out of it also. Let me paste this code on OneNote and then I will make it fun out of it. So yeah, teaching and where that gone. So what I'm doing here, okay, I'm removing the break statement, right, from 2. I'm removing all the break statement from 2. 3, I've removed the break statement. And then I have removed the break statement on 6. I've removed the break statement of 7. Right? And now we execute the code. Fine. And let me write here. So I'm writing here 2. It's printing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
So we're writing here, say, some entered here 3. It's printing Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I'm entering 5 here. It's printing Thursday. Here 6. Printing Friday, Saturday, and wrong input of day number also. Right? So here there's one small theory works, right? So whenever we are not providing a break statement after the case block, right? then what will happen? The control of the program falls through to the next case automatically, right? So there will be an inner ladder. So by using the inner ladder or inner stairs, it will move to the next case block automatically. Fine. So if break is not applied, then we are going to face this kind of problems, right? So break statement is necessary in every case block, right? So this is also I got to know, because I know that when they are teaching me, they taught me that break statement is compulsory. But if break statement is not written, then what is going to be happen? They have not said to me when I was studying there, right? And evenly I passed out the exam, and after that also I don't know, right? So in an internship, they have given me this kind of a thing, right? Then I got to know that if you don't provide break statement, your program control will fall through to the next case statement, right? So in
Right.
that case, you have some problem, right? So this is another interview I've gone in vain.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm teaching you so that your interview shouldn't be going into the vein, right?
Yeah.
You know things. So let me write this code also there. Control A, Control C, and so let me write it here first. Fall through case. So this case is called. Let me uh, let me use this one. Fall through case. Right? When break statement, when break statement is not applied, is not written after case, uh, not after case, written at the end, at the end of case block, at the end of case block. Fine. The control, the control falls through to the next case, falls through to the next case, and so on, next case and so on, till it encountered till it encounter the break statement, the break statement. Fine. So here is the code, right? So here's the code, right? So this is the code where fall through is happening out there. Fine. So there is another thing I need to teach you that in switch case statement, right? So what kind of data you can supply here in switch, right? So switch, then you have the variable name here, right? Variable name. So what will be the data type of the variables which you can use, right? Data type of variable. variable should be, right, number one. It may be any integer type, any integer, fine. Number two, right? Number two, it may be it may be char type. It may be char type. Okay. And number three, right? After version 1.6, after version 1.6, string is also applicable. Right. So now you're using version 13 or 14, right? Or maybe 12. So these three are the applicable data types which you can use in switch. Fine. Okay. The switch block is used. Switch block is used when we need to design a menu. When we need to design a menu, right? So whenever you need to design a menu and you want to perform task according to that, so in that case it is used. Okay, I'll show you one real life example, right? So see, one scenario is there. Right now this coronavirus outbreak is there, and after the outbreak I'm in the IT industry, so maybe
You get
it
to
will
work from home.
yeah, I'm working from home, but the problem is this key. As I'm working for a very high salary package, my job is at risk. Fine. So that is another thing. If your pay package is high, then there's one very big disadvantage. Your job is always at
Risk.
risk, right? So whenever there is a job cut, employer always think about me.
Honestly, I'd probably just settle for like middle pay, like some kind of middle area between high and low.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion.
And that is your opinion. That's
Yeah,
not my
'cause
opinion. I always like the risk. Okay. So because it's always said there is no risk, no gain.
yeah, no risk,
Right?
no reward.
No risk, no rewards, and no loss also. So as I have enjoyed so much of failures, I should take risk. No. So nothing to lose, yeah. Nothing to lose. What will happen? So what happened? Ke I lost my job, and I have to do something for my bread and butter. So I opened a tea stall, right? And in the tea stall, I am selling 3-4 items, and a tea and 3-4 kinds of cookies. That's it, right? So on the roadside, the business is on, right? Because I have to earn, right? So I'm writing the situation in a program, right? So oh, writing in public. We can say that these two statements are setting the environment. These two statements are setting the environment of execution of code. So the keyboard, and I've cleared the terminal window. So I'm selling biscuits. B1, B2, and B3, and B4. And tea. So there are two kinds of tea here: milk tea and let me say liquor tea. Tea without milk. That's called liquor tea. Liquor tea. So these things are I'm selling, and is asked the quantity also. Okay, what quantity you want? Okay, so this is the situation, right? So as I cannot hire anything, so I have placed my laptop, and this program is executing, and this program is generating one bill for the customer, and customer comes up with the bill, pays the money, and takes the things from me, from my side. Okay, so let me write here. So let me write here while true. True means infinite loop. Okay, I'm writing here. So let me create a menu here. I didn't press the enter key. Four, 5, 4 to 6, right? Then I need another one, 7. Oreo cookies available in US.
Yeah, although when I was looking into it, I heard there used to be a rival company that made better Oreos that came out before Oreo.
Okay.
But because the Oreos were cheaper, they eventually won out.
Okay. Fine. So there's 4 kinds of cookies I'm selling, and I'm selling A for five for milk tea, milk masala tea. Very much famous in USA, milk masala tea. Oh, famous, right?
Yeah.
Milk masala tea, it's famous out there. Fine. Number 6 is liquor tea. This is for health conscious people, liquor tea or green tea, whatever they'll take. I like masala tea. Then here I will write enter your choice. And I'll write here the values 1 hyphen. So what happens yeah, okay, so I've written this and I've said to write here ch. I have the variable called ch equal to sc dot next int. So my menu is ready and I'm asking for the choice, right? Now I've written here switch ch. And, according to choice, I have to say okay, and this one. So we'll write here enter your quantity. Enter number of pieces, right? Enter number of pieces. Oh, you can write another message like enter before writing this message. Enter number of pieces. You can write one control V. You can write here the price of the cookie, right? Price of price per piece. Price per piece is say 25 cents. 25 cents. This is the price per piece. Price per piece is 25 cents and I'm asking number of pieces, right? So according to your need, you enter the number of pieces. So B1 is equal to sc dot next int. Fine. So I've written this and I've written here, and I have to calculate the price also, right? So price or price, or I can write here price plus equal to I'll write B1 multiply by, right, 0.25 cents. So I have to take another variable called price. Price price, then I can use called sub price. Sub price. Price means key when I'm selecting the multiple items, in that case it will be used, right? Or there's another variable called bill, right? There's another variable here, customer count. I want to know that key how many customer have visited. Customer count. So I want to know that key how many customers being visited. Okay, there are many variables here. So this is my first customer. So the price of the cookies will be B1 into 0.25. It would be calculated like this price. Okay. And there will be something called if choice is fine, then I will initialize the value called bill is equal to 0. And this is the price of the cookie. Okay. And we can select multiple items also. So this is the price of the cookie, and it is added on with the bill. So bill plus equal to 0. Okay. So let me start one. Sorry. Let me start another menu here. Another loop here while here also I'm writing here true. Okay, writing one here, Control Shift I to indent properly, and then I'm writing here. So I'm creating a bill here, bill equal to 0. So the value of bill plus equal to price. Okay, so this first part is being added to my thing. Okay, he may select one or two items or three items one by one. So again the menu will be printed, one for coconut cookie, two for salted cookie, three for chocolate cookie, and all. He may select multiple values, and that values will be added with the price. So I can print here cost, or sorry, cost of nut cookie is coconut cookie is price, right? So it will print that cost of coconut cookie, right? And you can print number of pieces also. Cost of you can write here this, you can write here plus, and cost of pieces is in B1, right? Cost of B1 coconut cookies, right? So it will print it. Okay, and after this I will break the case 1. Okay, so similarly I have to write the case 2 also.
Oh, alright, I'll come back later, then I'll understand. Close the door.
How long?
I don't know.
You should know.
I don't.
You told me you in the debate.
Tell him
I
another
thought-
30 minutes.
Doesn't matter. Just close the door, man.
You don't have any questions.
So they tell him 30 minutes.
Uh,
Okay. So I've copied case to control V. So I'm copying the codes, right? So let me do the case 2 also. Enter price per pieces. So case 2 is also same thing, per 25 cents, and the cost of this is what, instead of coconut cookie, in case 2 what we have I think salted cookie, or salted, salted salted cookie, right? And then the whole thing gets done. Now we have case 3. Case 3 is chocolate cookie. Price is same. Chocolate. Price is same. And case 3, case 4, case 4. So chocolate, and we have Oreo cookie. Oh, Oreo cookie. Oreo cookie, and the price is same. Case number 5, the milk tea, right? Masala tea. Price is 50 cents. Right? Price, cost of is even. I'm using the one variable here. Let's make this variable as cost. Cost. Look easier. Cost. Control R. Find B1 and replace with cost. Cost. Match case and all. Okay. So it is replaced with cost. Fine. So the cost is this. Fine. Let me copy this case. And control V. That is the case. Delete 6. The cost of here per not per piece, it will be per cup, right? It's per cup. So per so the cost of coconut, cost of masala tea, cost of masala milk tea, milk tea. right? And this cost of liquor tea, like you. Fine. So we're done with 6. Now we write here default. Oh, wrong option selected. Then wrong option selected. Sorry, wrong option selected. So this is my code, right? Okay, so this is how I'm running the shop, and I need to print the bill. Okay, so total I need to when it exit the system, right? So we have the option called case 0, and if it is case 0, then what I have to do, I have to print the bill. Dot out dot print your bill. Bill amount dollar plus bill. Okay, so this is your bill. So you print the bill and break to come out of this thing bill, right? And break will break the you have selected case 0, right? So here, right, dot out dot print ln, right, press 0 to print your bill. Press 0 to print your bill. And that is the case. So when you press 0, your bill is being printed. Fine. Let's put a semicolon here. We will do this much only, not going through Control Shift I. Okay, so yeah, after printing the bill, the program gets exit, right? So I'm just writing here system dot there's a method called exit, right? Exit, and I'm writing here ch. Method exits from the code. the code. So here you can write. I'm not using too many variables. I'm using price and bill, and I'm using cost. I'm not using all these. Fine. I'm not using customer count also. I'm making it simple. Just a simple bill generation code, right? And here I'm printing one message here. System out dot print. Welcome to programmers.
Quick.
Commerce tea store. Right. So I hope this will not happen. After the COVID. Now you see the output of the code. Let me increase the size of it. So welcome to the programmer's stall, tea stall. Press 1 for coconut cookie. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Println. Okay, control. So welcome to the programmer's tea stall, and press 1 for coconut cookie, 2 for salted cookie, and 3 for chocolate cookie, 4 for Oreo cookie, and 5 for milk masala tea, and 6 for liquor tea. Okay. One thing I can do here, I've got one idea in my head just right now. Control Shift. Let me use a variable called let me create a variable called string equal to, sorry, not string equal to, say equal to blank, and instead of printing the bill over here, let me assign it inside P. So P plus equal to. Okay. And we can print it also. So right here, system out dot print, and then we can print this also when I'm selecting, because I just want to know the cost. So Control C. E plus equal to. So let me use here something called /n. So let's start. So what I'm doing here, okay, uh, yeah, I'm taking some inputs like I have selected salted cookie. It's asking for how many pieces. Say I've written here 4, and here it is written cost of 4 salted cookie is $1, right? And I have to do a bit of formatting also. So now I have selected masala tea, that is number 5, and number of pieces I have written here 2. Okay, so now I want to print my bill. So I pressed 0, and you can see that cost of 4 salted cookie $1, cost of 2 masala milk tea $1, and bill amount is $2. Okay, so this is how we can in these kind of scenario, uh, the switch case is quite handy. Fine, understood.
Yeah, I understood.
Let me do some formatting, like I messed out while typing here. I'm not given space, so got stick. All right, masala tea and tea, and here if I put a dollar sign, then it will print the dollar sign. All right, here also have to print dollar, then that dollar is a dollar. Here I have to print another dollar sign, dollar, right? And I have to give space over here, and I have to give space over here. Okay, cost of really I've taken a wrong kind of a variable here. Cost, instead of cost, I should have taken quantity. Let me change it with quantity, otherwise it will confuse you. Let me change it first. And stop. Yeah, so I'm done with this. Let me change the instead of cost, it will be quantity. Anyway, okay. So control R, find the cost, right? And here you write QTY. So let's replace all. So it is replaced, right? Now we compile the code. Fine, it's working. Now let me execute this. So welcome to the program as T-stall. Fine, say I'm selecting number 4, right? Number of pieces, say 10, and now I want to select liquor tea, number 6, right? And I need 5 pieces. I want to print the bill. So cost of 10 Oreo cookies $2.5, and cost of 5 liquor tea is $2, and the bill amount is $4.5. So it's correct, it's working, right? Okay, so in the output, cost of 5 liquor tea, okay, so that is an issue here. Number 5. Number 6, cost of this. So this is the code of this is how switch case is used, right? Okay, but here I'm not following the programming standards. Fine. So slowly we will start following programming standards, right? There's one note. Yeah. So this is how it works. Fine. Based on switch keys. Switch keys. The code and have fun. Me where I have to apply do while apply do while to check to check the validation of code, validation of values, right? So Control V. So I'll show you another execution here, right? IT short is here, compile, and I'm executing this code again, right? So one notorious fellow came to my shop, and I've said to enter the choice 1 to 6. He's entering in negative. He entered -1, right? So he got wrong option selected. It's fine, right? It's working fine. Then he tried to enter like 1.1. So we got one error here like that. So we are not worried about at least 1.1 or 1.2 because it's menu out there. So this is also we can handle how to handle these kind of situations. Fine. You handle the simple one. Say he's entering negative numbers, right? So that is automatically handled. Now he selected say coconut cookie. Now he has written number of pieces as -10. So now it's entering the data. See, cost of -10 cookies dollar -2.5. Fine. So there should be an error message, right? Or you have to re-enter the cookies. No. Right. So this kind of situation you need to identify in this code, and you change the code and have fun with this code. Okay. So I'm pressing 0 to print my bill, and it's showing some issues, right? Because of the value. Okay. So just have fun, and you will try to create some exceptions, create some errors, and you keep on disturbing me, right? Uday, I will be pasting another page of programs, all right, which you need to solve for this week and have fun. And after this week, we will jump to the theories of your college. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So that you will get comfortable whatever your college is teaching a bit. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So we do
Yeah.
this much today, right? And
Mhm.
have fun with this app, play with this code, right? As much as changes you will do, you will learn more. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm pasting this code I've pasted already this code to your OneNote. So I will be sending another page of that book so that you can solve more problems. Okay, I will take the problems which you have to do. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, Chavan bhai, see you. And whenever you feel that, sir, I need to talk to you, you can talk to me also. Okay,
Okay.
sure then. Bye.
Bye.